Overseers, this is Miss XY, also the King of Data. In this dimension, I'm going to continue the story of What If Red was dreamed by Giovanni. But also, please like and subscribe, and if you would like to also comment with the offerings, we would appreciate that. And so on, now we will continue where Red's living off. He's defeated a bug trainer with his Charmeleon, one-shotting it easily with his signature backflip with a flamethrower combo. He trains, his new Brion, using the summer voice, knocking out him on easily. He also sent in Cypher, who reluctantly obeys, but has some respect for him, knocking out, the Gloom easily. He practices also in the arena after getting her healed up, and barely is able to win against Kadabra. So on, this is more of a serious battle where, it's raining pretty hard. When this fisherman, this sailor, sends out his Kingdra and uses a Dragon Pulse, while Red calls his trusty starter, Electabuzz, into using a Thunderbolt and winning. A grunt comes to him, not knowing it's Crimson, since he's low ranked, but is told to give the code to him. So on, he's afraid for his life if he doesn't do this. Red knows the code immediately that Giovanni needs him, and he just got the information where he's going to. Before that, he's going to Bill, where he was supposed to, but decided to go to help, his friend Proton, to a wild Nero queen that's going on a rampage in the lab. So on, Red sends in the arena, but as Crimson. Proton sends in his trusty Raichu. So on, they do everything they can while technically being attacked by Neo Queen almost. Nirina uses Crunch to hold down while Raichu uses a Thunderbolt, but it wins easily and gets calmed down. So on, Red has to deal with now, as back to normal, deals with a further going on a rampage. Bill, so on, is panicking, but Red sends in his Premier, which knocks it out easily with a disarming voice. Bill thanks him because explaining that his Flareon just evolved, and he was going on a bit of a rampage by accident, still having a temper to deal with. So on, he sees that, Breaststroke was right to call him since he has both what Red needs, an Electrizer and Premium Z. So on, he hands him over, explaining Red has a good future with a huge Pokemon like Electabuzz, saying he would like to research a childhood Pokemon or catches one and let him study it for a little bit. Red will talk about that and think about it later with him, but someone decides to leave. So on, Red comes back after dealing with all that, letting his Pokemon heal and battles Misty. She's still sorry about what she did, so is excited to even battle. So on. Red sends in Electabuzz, who uses Thunderbolt. Misty tells Squirtle to use Rabbit Spin. So on. Squirtle easily knocks out Electabuzz, but at least, Misty Squirtle knocks out Electabuzz with a Rabbit Spin, but at least Electabuzz paralyzes it with the Thunderbolt used. So on, Red sends in the arena, and so on. Easily defeats paralyzed Pokemon that just evolved into Wartortle to win. So on, Red keeps near it and battles Misty's Omnite, which he got from Brock. And so on, we'll see Nirina poisoned it. And so on, poisoned with Toxic. They both use an Ice Beam to try to win, which Nirina luckily wins at all. So on, because of that, Misty sends in one of her powerhouses, Starmie, and with a Thunderbolt against Nirina's Ice Beam. Then, so on, Misty sends in a Scold to burn Niran. So on, they go for some combo modes with Niran using an Ice Beam. Misty's Starmie's Thunderbolt made into a collision course of a combine of, rainstorms with a hail. So on, being burned, Red tells Nirina to use Ice Beam. And gets out of there luckily in time, but is pretty badly injured in the rest of the battle. So on, this battle is harder. Misty tells Starmie to use Ice Beam multiple times with 4 of its spikes against Brion. Let me think. Disarming Voice. And so on. In the battle, she was paralyzed from the attack going up so high. For being up in the air, Red Tail was able to use Moonblast, just learning it recently from hard training, against Misty telling Starmie to use Ice Beam. So on, Missy's Ice Beam only empowers the Moonblast with snow coming around it. So on, one-shotting Starmie. So on, everyone's happy, and Misty congratulates Red and hands him a Cascade badge. While Red was training with Electabuzz sees Surge. Surge says hello, but Electabuzz definitely gets angry, still wanting to battle him. Surge, being the tough guy he is, decides to let him battle with Raichu, but he goes on a rampage. Electabuzz doesn't even listen to anything Red says, uses a Thunderbolt. Surge tells Raichu to use a Volt Tackle, and so on, loses, almost. So on, Surge says that's enough, and tells Red to get his Pokemon under control. At least reasoning it better, at least combining Red's power as team. But then, Electabuzz goes on a rampage again, with his Alpha Instincts kicking in, and so on. Surge telling Raichu once again to use a Volt Tackle, and so on. Red tries to reason with Electabuzz, but Electabuzz uses an Ice Punch to deflect Raichu's Iron Tail, so on, sending Electabuzz up in the air, and so on. Raichu wins. So on, Red's worried about Electabuzz, and so on. Surge still standing with Raichu, doing a great victory, complimenting each other, while Electabuzz sees everything half open with one eye still injured. Badly injured, and only trying to remain conscious enough to even see what's going on. So on, Red decides to let Electabuzz and Cypher train together, since they both need to be trade evolved. While Red sends Charmeleon in the arena, and Rion to train together working under elemental moves. So on. They get into a fight, and well, Electabuzz learns Thunder Punch against Scyther's Slash. So when they almost get hurt each other to a point of critical failure, Charmeleon intervenes with a Flame Wheel. They all decide to train together, while Red Tails in the arena, and Brionne, he used Moonblast against Scyther while Cypher is dodging to work on his speed. Well, Charmeleon and Electabuzz train together working under physical fitness, punching each other, practicing boxing, so on. Electabuzz remembers when he was meant to be Surge's Pokemon when he was ready, and so when they put him through tough training, Giovanni told his Graveler to use Stone Edge, and so on. That was hard. Then, Giovanni sent in his Persian, a trusty partner of his, to Thunderbolt Allocated until he was almost out of energy, exerting too much. Then, Giovanni told his Rhyhorn to be exact, to use Stone Edge while Allocate was, as an Allocate, punching ice. Then, he was forced to swim harder in waves, and so on, while he told his Gastron he got from a friend to use Ice Beam, and forced Allocate to even rush harder to even get out of the ice. And so when Surge was about to get him, Surge said it was time for him to retire, and Giovanni, knowing an alpha Pokemon that he had barely any time to even raise, decided to keep him. Allocate, when he was when he was Allocate, was upset, and well, Surge loved his Raichu, he hopes for the best. So on, Red and Charmeleon come to see him in his sorrow when he's at the moon, thinking about his past. Red says he's part of his team now, and so on, they need to work together through this. Saying they both hate Giovanni, and we should all work together to even do it. Suddenly, by screaming that, decides to calm down for a little bit, and tries to get back at Surge.